March is Women's History Month. This year's theme is about advocating for equity, diversity, and inclusion. Health experts say that a girl or woman's mental health can be directly impacted by the changes that they see or they make in their lives. And joining us this morning is Christina Roy from Thriveworks here in Dallas. Good morning, Christina.
Good morning. How are you doing?
So talk to me real quick. Why is it important to recognize Women's History Month, especially with the work that you guys do? I understand y'all focus on mental health, a lot of therapy options, specifically around anyone, including women.
Well, women's health is important because it's a fabric of American history. I mean, you have to realize just 104 years ago, women just earned the right to vote. So we are not even a generation removed from earning the right to vote and equality. We've faced many struggles where women have been gentrified and told to be this certain thing, this certain stereotype, if you will, that you have to be in the household, you have to be this, you have to be that. And so girls' images of that, when that doesn't align, it affects your mental health, makes you feel that you're abnormal. And that's why it's very important that we recognize Women's History Month and all of the accomplishments women have made so that the younger generations can continue to push forward and push that gender bias out of the way.
And talk to us about advocating for equity, diversity, and inclusion along the way and how it is vital to the well-being of girls and women both.
Well, I'm glad you knew the theme. Women's History Month theme is women who advocate for equity, diversity, and inclusion. Advocating for each of these is important because women need to feel empowered. Young girls look to women to feel empowered. And when they can feel that power, when they can see that I can excel in math, I can excel in science, they push those gender biases, they push those boundaries, and it works really well for changing the mental mindset of the average child, the average person, that women fit into a gender role. We don't fit into a gender role. We don't fit into any mold. A person is a person, and that's how women want to be seen, as a person who can do anything.
You mentioned some of the daily struggles that women go with already, but what's the most common thing that you hear from folks that you're trying to help?
Thank you for mentioning that. The biggest thing that I see in my practice is women struggle with bias in the workplace and bias in pay, bias in the way that they're treated. Women's income is still very separate, very different from their male counterparts. We still see a severe deficit in the income that women should be making versus their male counterparts in the workplace. So bias in the workplace, it's impacting their mental health by making women feel discouraged. They don't want to try to go after things because they feel like there's this ceiling or this box that's keeping them in. More women before than ever they're going for the workplace. They're trying to excel, but if they work that just as hard as their male counterparts, they should be paid the same thing that their male counterparts are paid. And inequity in pay is one of the biggest problems that women face as they try to press forward in the workplace. And that bias, it affects young girls when they see the frustration of the women.
And resources or any sort of advice that someone can give, you know, if you're watching this right now, how would you help someone out that's struggling with this type of issue?
First of all, young girls should be where we should be targeting. The girls, that they're our future generation. Like I said, we're just 104 years away from not being able to vote. So there are groups like the Girl Scouts of North Texas. It's my own children were Girl Scouts. It helps girls learn skills, they grow. They also are learning business skills because as they sell those cookies that we try to buy out at the store, they're learning business management skills. So that's very important. We have Girls Inc. Metro of Dallas. They provide programs to help girls overcome boundaries and grow up strong and bold. They target inner city urban areas. very, very, very valuable organization is Girls Inc. Then there's the Texas Women's Foundation. It's an organization whose mission is to bring meaningful social and economic change for women and girls in Texas. And they have resources from training to help economic security initiatives. Then there's the Junior League of Dallas, and they are committed to promoting volunteerism, women's development, and just improving the community for women. As long as you check your bias, apply some of these places for young girls and target women, and remember that women are important. Women are a part of we're a fabric. You need women. Without women, there'd be no more people. So it's very, very important that we start treating women as equals and not as just a sequel, a part of man that is just extended. Equality is what we're seeking, not bias, not sympathy, but equality. And the belief that we can do everything that our male counterparts can do as well.
Well, Christina there from Thriveworks.com. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, Christina, and providing some of those resources as we continue through Women's History Month. When we come